Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be really exciting. It's testing some new products that I picked up from E.L.F. and also testing a couple other products that I had in my collection that I haven't used in a while to see if I still like them. So I'm really excited to try these E.L.F. products and let you guys know what I think. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And without further ado, let's jump into this video. Okay, so I'm going to start off by priming my face. So whenever you do your makeup, the first step that you want to do is always wash your face and moisturize your skin. So that way your foundation and concealer and everything lays on nice and smoothly. They have a good, clean, smooth base to work with. So that's the very first step. The next is primer, and I'm going to be using this Kane & Austin mattifying primer, and it has sunscreen in it. But you want to get a primer that is specific to your skin type. So if you have more dry skin, you want to get more of a moisturizing, hydrating type of primer, and that will just further make your base more smooth and flawless, and it helps to keep your makeup stay on all day long. So I have oily skin, so I try to get more mattifying, pore minimizing type of primers like this one. This one I bought from Sephora. It was kind of pricey. Casey Holmes here on YouTube uses this primer, and she's gone through like several of these, and I feel like I haven't really given it a fair shot, so I wanted to test it out again today. So this one is the Kane & Austin Prime and Protect Mattifying Primer with SPF 50, and it has green tea, vitamin C, CoQ10, and some other word. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna use this. Every time that I have used this, it's been very like runny, and it's pretty dark. So I will show you what it looks like. See, like mine looks very runny, and I feel like hers was like a different texture. So I don't know if mine's bad, but we're just going to focus this everywhere that I am very oily. And you can see it does have like a little bit of a tint to it. But I'm just gonna focus this right on my T-zone, right where my large pores are, which is mainly on my cheeks and on my forehead and chin, especially my chin. Okay, next is foundation, and I picked up this one from E.L.F, and this is their Flawless Satin Foundation. It says it's a satin finish, and I got the shade 120 Pearl. It's a really nice bottle. It's a glass bottle and frosted, and then it has like this clear see-through strip so you can see the color. Really nice. I'm really excited to see how this works on my skin. Pump, so that's nice. And to apply this, I finally found the E.L.F. sponge. This is their blending sponge. So this is the sponge, not wet, very bouncy. I'm gonna go wet it really quick, and I'll be right back to show you. Okay, I'm back, and I just wet it, and I'm so excited. This got like 3 times its size after I wet it. So I think this is gonna be really nice. It's very bouncy. So really excited to try this. I'm going to use this for foundation and concealer. So we're just going to start off with the foundation. I'm just going to pump it on the back of my hand to see the color and if it's really runny or... Ooh, I like this. It's not very runny at all. It's like sticking to my hand, so I'm really excited about that. I find that more like mattifying foundations aren't that runny. So I'm just going to dip into this and apply it. Oh wow, that's like super pale. Oh my gosh. Foundation smells nice. It smells like a lotion. That is so pale. Oh my god. This is definitely not my shade. So, it says medium coverage. I feel like it's kind of light, but it might be because I'm using the sponge. Hopefully my concealer is not darker than this, because if it is, this is gonna be crazy looking. But I really love this sponge. Oh my gosh, I love this sponge. That Real Technique sponge that I was using it was like not bouncy, and I feel like when I was wetting it, it was getting all like bent. I don't know why it was doing that, but this one was so good. And I think the sponge was $6, and the foundation was also $6, so not bad at all. So I'm definitely super pale. I probably could build this up. I might try and do that and just see what happens. I'm actually gonna apply it just directly to my sponge after I get these little hairs out of here. I'm just gonna apply this to my sponge, just a little bit more, not a full pump, like a half a pump. I'm just gonna dot it just all over my face and just start blending it and see if we can build up the coverage. So yeah, I think we are. It's a little bit more coverage. I definitely look like I need like a tan or something. They're doing like yard work or construction outside, so if you hear people yelling, that's what it is. I have some like blemishes on my temples and my nose area. Okay, so this is a foundation. Definitely more medium coverage, so it is true to what it says. It's not like sitting too heavy on the skin. I feel like it's blending into the skin really well, so I really, really like that. We'll just have to see how concealer and everything goes on top of it. I'm actually going to use the E.L.F 16-hour camo concealer that I've been using in my other videos. I don't know if this is going to be darker than that foundation. It probably is, and this might look crazy. So we're just going to start with the under eye and blend that out with the sponge again. I haven't used this concealer with the sponge. Okay, no, that doesn't look too bad. I feel like it's kind of breaking up right here. Maybe the sponge is too wet, I don't know. See, it's like not wanting to blend in my inner corner because it's sat too long. It's not wanting to blend fully. I feel like the sponge might be a little bit too wet, this concealer. We're just gonna do the rest of my face and just see. Okay, so that's the foundation and concealer. I feel like it's kind of breaking up a little bit around my cheeks, but maybe with setting it with powder will help that. So for powder, I didn't find an E.L.F powder that I liked, so I found this one in my collection. This is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. And I feel like I did kind of like this, but I wanted to try it again. This is in the shade Translucent Light. This is a really cool packaging. It comes with like this little lid, and then there's the product. So it's not as messy as like the Laura Mercier one that doesn't come with that. So I'm just dumping this powder into the lid, and then with a fluffy powder brush, I'm just going to dip into the powder, swirl it a little bit, and kind of tap off the excess, and then start blending it into my skin. It's got like a weird like wood smell to it. I don't know if it smelled like that before or what. There could be too many factors if I wake up tomorrow with a bunch of pimples all over my face. who knows what it could be. It could be the foundation. It could be the powder. So I have the base on, and so far so good. It looks pretty flawless. I can obviously still see some of like my acne peeking through, but that's okay. I think I'm going to actually bronze next, and I'm just gonna be using this Revolution Sculpt and Glow palette for the bronzer shade. So I'm just gonna do that really quick using this Sigma soft angled contour brush. I mentioned this in my brush collection video. I was linking all the brushes and this one was on sale, so snag it up. It's a really good one. So when you bronze, make sure you hit right under the cheekbones, right on the forehead, the temple area, and then you want to bring just a little bit like on your jaw and on your neck. And then if you want, you can contour your nose, which I normally do. I don't like do any crazy contouring. I feel like I put a little bit too much on this temple. Okay, so now we're gonna contour using, where's my brush? Using this little nose contour. Gotta bronze up the skin because it's so white from that foundation. Whew, we looking pale today. And I actually picked up, well, I've had this, but I decided to use it. It's the Laura Mercier Baked Radiance Bronze 02. This is what it looks like right here. It's so pretty. And I kind of mentioned this product in my brush collection video when I use this Real Techniques brush. I feel like this bronzer is more of like more of a sheen type. It's not like a really intense pigmented bronzer, so it's really nice to have like a little bit of a glow on top of the bronzer you already have. So I'm just gonna dip into this and apply it right over that bronzer, and it gives it just like a nice little bronzy glow. So this one's like really good if you're like wanting just a little bit of extra glow to your skin. Just gonna apply this everywhere that I applied that bronzer, mainly just to my face, not really on the contour. So we have just a little bit more of a bronziness to the skin. So yeah, I really love this product. We'll move on to blush, and I'm just gonna be using this Tarte Blush and Expose. Tarte has really good blushes. They last all day long. It's the Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush, and this is like a really good nude. I thought this would look good for just like a simple look today. Okay, we'll move on to the eyes, and I'm first going to use my Smashbox lid primer. I highly recommend using a lid primer if you're wanting to have your eyeshadow last all day, because this will ensure that happens. If you don't really care, you can just throw some concealer in there and then set it with like a powder. But a lid primer will make sure that your eyeshadow will not budge and it will look flawless all day long. So we're just going to blend this out with our fingers. Super simple to apply, takes like no time. That one is really good. I like that it has this lighter tone to it because it covers up my veins. And I feel like it sets like really nicely. It doesn't really move when you blend it out. So I picked up a couple of mini eyeshadow palettes from E.L.F. I saw them and I was like, I have to have these. These are them right here. This more pink tone one is called Berry Bad. This one is it right here. And then this other one is called Carnival Candy. These shades looked so pretty. I'm really excited to test these out and swatch them. I've been dying. Like, once I got them, I wanted to open them, but I was like, I can't. I have to save it for the video. This is Carnival Candy. So pretty. I'm gonna swatch them really quick. So these are the matte shades. I'm just going to... Pretty decent. For, I think these were like $3 each. And then I'm just gonna wipe off my fingers. The blue is really pretty. So those are the shades. That was the Carnival Candy palette. Here is the Berry Bad palette. So you have 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. I'll swatch the mattes first. So these are the 2 mattes. The first like lighter pink color, I did do like 2 swatches on top of each other. But like the darker berry color is 1 swatch. So those are pretty good. I'm gonna do the shimmers. Shimmers feel really good. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Oh my god, that one is super creamy. Wow, that one is really pretty. Ooh, this other one feels really creamy too. These shimmers are so beautiful. They swatched so well. This palette, I'm gonna have to use that one today because that one swatched so nicely. So I think I'm gonna use kind of both of these palettes today, just kind of testing them out. Okay, I'm gonna use this first palette and I'm gonna use this lightest shade to set that primer. Very nice base shade. A lot of kick up when you put your brush in. Okay, now I'm going to, I think I'm gonna go into this Berry Bad palette and I'm gonna use this lightest color and use that as my transition shade. These brushes are kind of dirty. I'm gonna use this Morphe M441 blending brush. Dip into this pink shade, as I said. A lot of kick up with that color as well. And we're just gonna blend this into our crease. This is like a really pretty soft pink color, so nice transition shade. Very nice. Actually, you're getting some pigment. They're not like crazy pigmented, but really good for $3. I really like this color as a transition shade. It's like a pinky, nudish peach color. I think I'm gonna stay with this palette and I'm gonna use this next shade, darker one, and I'm going to just use that right underneath that color. I'm gonna use this Morphe M433 brush. Pressing it right onto the outer B. Okay, so I went ahead and did both eyes with that last berry shade. This one, I just buffed it into the outer corner and into my crease a little bit. And then I went back into this lighter pink color on the edges of it to kind of make sure that transition shade was still showing. Definitely need to like clean up this. But yeah, they look pretty. I mean, I feel like it's getting a little bit muddy in the outer B from those colors, so I probably just need to like keep blending them, but I think these are really pretty shadows for $3. I do want to use one of these shimmers. I don't know, this one's like screaming my name. I'm just gonna I might use my finger to apply this. Wow, very pigmented. Super bright, super intense. Definitely recommend using your finger with those shimmers to get like the full pigment out of it. I'm just gonna go back into this Morphe M433 brush and just go over these edges. It's a little bit of a chunky glitter. Might actually dip back into that first shade again. With that brush, I'm grabbing a brush. Super intense eye look today, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna move on to my brows really quick, and I'm just gonna use the same products that I've been using in all of my other tutorials. So I'm going to do my brows off camera and then come back and finish up the rest of this look. Okay, so I'm back, just did my brows. I could not find any good like E.L.F. brow products, so I'm just using my staple L'Oreal brow products. So now we're gonna move on to highlight. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna do mascara so I can stop looking crazy. And first we're going to curl lashes. Could definitely rock some falsies with this look because it's pretty intense. I don't normally do intense looks. I'm just going to be using this L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. And this is the wand. I don't know if I ever showed you the wand for this. Just going to do that really quick. I feel like this mascara is flaking quite a bit. So that's really annoying. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's getting like all in my eyeshadow and like on my face. Okay, so I picked up a new highlight. Actually, I feel like I bought this one before. This is the E.L.F. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. And I think I remember there was like this weird like film on the top of the product that you kind of had to scrape off before you actually got anywhere decent with it. So this is the packaging. Let's look at the product. This is the actual highlight. It looks really pretty. I don't know how this is going to swatch. Okay, I feel like I'm getting some product. Let's swatch it on the hand. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. That's pretty. That's really pretty. I can't wait to see how this is gonna look on my face. I'm going to use my Anastasia A23 highlighting brush. Just gonna dip into this. I'll put a little bit more. Definitely pretty light. Like the undertone of it's pretty light, so it works out with this really light foundation. That's really pretty. It's like a subtle highlight. Love it. Recommend that one. I'm gonna finish up my eyes and I'm gonna go back into this palette and I'm gonna take this darker shade with a flat definer brush. I'm just going to press that right up against my lower lash line, mainly focusing it on the outer corner and almost connecting it up to the top lid. Now I'm going to take a pencil brush. I'm going to take this Morphe E36 pencil brush and I'm going to take the lighter pink color And I'm going to blend out that darker shade. Probably should have done the eyes first and then the face to help like blending out like this part right here, but whatever. Okay, so that's the under eye. Okay, I'm going to finish off this look with lips and then highlight like under the eyes. So I'm gonna use this MAC lip pencil in Subculture and line my lips. Okay, I actually filled them in as well, so I also picked up this E.L.F matte liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Blushing Rose. It's stuck. Oh, it's got like that pointed doe applicator, so that's really nice. This is like the Smashbox ones, and it's a really cool one. It's got like a clear base to it. So we'll apply this, see how it looks. Kind of gray tone to it. I love these like pointed doe foots because it's so precise. Wow, that's pretty dark. I didn't expect it to be that dark. Okay, so here's the completed look. It's pretty intense. The lip obviously does not match the eyes. And I don't really like this color. It's way too dark and gray for me. So I'm probably gonna take this off as soon as I get off camera. But the eyeshadows were so good. I highly recommend them. They're only $3 and they had like 5 different like palettes. So really nice. The foundation obviously was not my color, but it blended out really well. Love this sponge. I cannot wait to use this for my other makeup products. The highlight was good. What else did I get? I think that was everything. Yeah, that was all the E.L.F products. Pretty much all the E.L.F products I liked, except for the color of the liquid lipstick, but the formula I like. It's really nice. It's very light on the lips, not too like drying. Yeah, so that was this crazy hodgepodge makeup try on haul test. So I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.